Hey guys, and welcome back. We are on chapter 6, lesson 2. So today we're going to be talking about how to use order of operations when finding value of expressions. So when we find the answer, and then to find the value of expressions by performing operations in the proper order. So if you remember from 5th grade, you might have remembered, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally or Aunt Sue, whichever one you prefer. So that is what we're going to be working on today. All right, so order of operations, we are simplifying the expressions inside group symbols like parentheses. Then we're going to find the powers, multiply and divide from left to right. So we are not just going to multiply and then divide. We're going to multiply, go and divide straight across. And then lastly, we're going to add and subtract in order from left to right. Again, we are not going to do the add first and then subtract. We're going to just go ahead and go left to right, all right? So these are some of the ways that we could see. So parentheses are going to be the little half smiles. And then we're going to go to exponents, which are going to be what we talked about in lesson 1, which are those like little doodads that go up. And then we have multiply and divide, which a lot of these times it's going to either be a circle, a star, or a hat, like it looks like a half sign. And then lastly, we have our add and subtract signs. So let's continue on to number 1. So number 1, which is on page 442, we have find the value of the expression. So what we're going to do is, since this is adding and subtracting, so we have add and subtract. That's terrible. We are going to go from left to right. We aren't going to do add first and then subtract. We're going to just go from left to right. So we have 10 minus 2, which is going to give us 8. Okay, and then we have plus 8, which is going to give us 16. Okay, so if we did that the other way, this would be, we did it 2 plus 8, that would be 10. 10 minus 10 is 0. So we don't want to do it that way. We want to just continue to like move from left to right. Do not try to confuse yourselves. Left to right. Left to right. That's it. All right. If we continue down, we are on number 2. Okay, so it says find the value of the expression. So since we now have, okay, so we have please excuse my dear Aunt Sue. All right, so since we have multiply and divide before adding and subtracting, we first need to multiply these. Okay, so 3 times 5 is going to give us 15. All right, plus 4. All right, the reason why we multiplied first is because this comes, multiplying and dividing comes before adding and subtracting. So we always want to do those in order. Never just go from left to right, otherwise you're going to get the wrong answer. All right, the only time we go left to right is if it's going to be multiplying and dividing in the same order, or adding and subtracting in the same order like we did in example 1. All right, so 4 plus 15 is going to give us 19. So 19 would be our answer. All right, continuing on to number 3, which is on page 443. All right, so since we now have parentheses and exponents, we are going to need to remember that we are going to do those first. So please excuse my dear Aunt Sue. All right, so parentheses come first. So we are going to go inside these little parentheses, guys, first. So 9 minus 6 is going to give us 3. So we are going to rewrite this out because otherwise we're going to get confused by all the things that we have to do. All right. Next, we have exponents. So since we don't have exponents, we can check that off of our list. Multiply and divide. Okay, so since there is a division here and a multiply here, we're going to just start from here, from left to right. All right, so 20 divided by 4 is going to give us 5 plus. Now, since there's a multiply here as well, we are also going to multiply that now. So we have 17 times 3, which is going to give us 51. Okay, so now we have 5 plus 51, which is going to equal 56. All right, make sure that when you are doing these, since there is division and multiplication in it, you go from left to right. You never, don't do one and then the other. Go from left to right. All right. Number 4, which is also on page 443. All right, so we have find the value of the expression. So we want to find what the answer is. So again, if I look at my please excuse my dear Aunt Sue, all right, We don't have any parentheses. Check that off. All right. So now we have exponents. So exponents, remember from lesson 1, is going to be that little doodad that goes up. So first we are going to do that. So 6 to the second power, which is going to be 6 times 6, is going to give us 36. All right, plus 4. Please make sure that you are rewriting these out. Otherwise, you are going to get super confused, and I would hate that. So, all right, so now let's start with, so we did exponents. Now we have multiply and divide. So let's start with 3 times 36, which is going to give us 108. Okay, so that's 108 plus 4. All right, 108 plus 4 will then give us 112. All right, make sure that you are following each step carefully, otherwise you are going to get the wrong answer. All right, number 5. All right, so number 5, we have find the value of the expression. So again, we're going to start with parentheses, exponents. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sue. If there's anything that math has taught me from when I was a child, it is that. So all right, so since we're going to be starting with parentheses, let's start in the middle. So, and since there's an exponent, we need to first find what that exponent is. So 8 to the second power, which is 8 times 8, is going to give us 64. All right, minus 2. All right, we'll put those back in parentheses. And then we have plus 5, and then times 2. All right, so now let's continue on. So we have 64 minus 2. So since those are parentheses, we need to do those first. All right, which is going to give us 62 times 2 plus 5. All right, so then next on our list, we are going to be doing multiplying and dividing. Okay, so we are not going to start with 5 plus 62, okay, as addition and subtraction are later. All right, so now we have 62 times 2, which is going to be 124. All right, so check multiply and divide off our list, and now we have addition and subtraction. So we add 5, which will then give us 129. Please make sure that you are doing these in the correct order, otherwise you are going to get them wrong. All right, last one, which is on page 444. All right, write an expression for the total cost of 5 lotions, 2 candles, and 4 lip balms, and then find the total. So what we can do is we are going to, let's say, okay, so the total cost of 5 lotions, so we could say 5, all right? Now, 5, instead of doing 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, we can just put 5 to the, because it's $5, okay? 5th power, all right? And then we add, all right? We have 2 candles, which are at $7, all right? So then we can do 2 plus 7, sorry, times 7, my bad, all right? Plus 4 lip balms, so those are at $2. And we can also do 4 times 2, all right? So we have, did I do this right? So so the reason why we did the exponents here is because we are multiplying it by 5. So 5 to the 5th power, that is what we're going to do. And then, actually, I'm so sorry. I messed that up. So here, let's redo the beginning. Since we are finding 5 lotions for $5, we are going to do 5 times 5, okay? So we have our cost, we have our what we want, we have our money, all right, and then how many we want. So all right, so let's start again. So 5 times 5 is going to give us 25, right, plus 2 times 7, which is going to give us 14, and then plus 4 times 2, which is going to give us 8. And if we add all of those up, we will find our total cost, all right, which is going to be I hope you like my music. Okay, $47. Okay, so when we are checking out, it's going to give us $47, and which isn't that bad in my opinion. If you go, especially if you go to Bath and Body Works, I mean that. So, anyways, but yes. So the reason, so we have our what we want, we have our cost, what we want, what our costs. Now, the reason why we're adding this is because we are adding them together in separate totals. So 5 times 5, that would be 25, 14, and 8. Just make sure that you are adding them. Do not try to multiply them. Again, otherwise you're going to get them wrong. But if you have any questions about this, please feel free to ask me. I am available anytime you need me. Please like and subscribe, I guess. I don't know. You don't have to. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I hope you have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.